So minor update on the MX5. I'm still recovering. I've got some back pain and rib cage pain and issues that I'm still working through. But overall, the MX5 took the hit very well. Obviously, there is some substantial damage. This right rear corner, unfortunately, not only did we bend links, the rear upright, but we also bent the subframe. So I'm going to have to either do some subframe work or get a replacement rear subframe for this MX5, which is a little bit disappointing. I think for a long time people criticized WiseFab's components of not being strong enough. They're actually very strong. XXR wheels, very strong. It ended up translating into subframe damage, which we try to avoid, but sometimes it's inevitable. We definitely tore up some bodywork. There's multiple missing body panels. The tail lights need either work or replacement. The rear crash structure really did a good job protecting everything. And the bodywork itself, which we made in-house, took it really well. It did break away at most of the pop rivet holes and attachment points. So it'll need repairs, or we'll dig out the molds and actually maybe make some new ones. Somehow the Cognition wing almost came out unscathed, almost zero issues. Put it in the wall and it's still strong. We've got a lot of debris in the car. This is actually the first time I've looked at it. I couldn't even pull it out right now. Had to have help getting it out. Broken sunglasses, broken tail light. Definitely took a hard hit. In the front end, aside from the missing front fender, we did end up bending this frame point, this front end in slightly. And same thing, the WiseFab suspension and wheel situation was strong enough that it did put a little bit of bend in that subframe pickup point. So same thing, front subframe, although way less damage, also did get a slight tweak, which is super disappointing. These are the original subframes to this car, so it's made it a really long time through multiple years of use and competition without having to have them replaced. But at this point, I think it's almost certain that we're going to have to replace the rear. And we may need to change the front. But you never know. We're going to have it assessed by a friend that does professional chassis repair. And maybe he has a way to work with the damage that we have. I know the actual car is repairable. That's not an issue. We've already kind of taken a look at that. But what we're going to do about the subframes is still a little unclear. So it is good to get it out. It's on the ground. It's really not that bad. The safety equipment really did do a good job. It's the hardest impact I've had. And this is a very close quarters car. And I actually think part of my injury is from the e-brake handle. As I came forward and outward, I think I may have ended up getting my rib cage into that e-brake a little bit, or compressing my arm into my rib cage while compressing into the e-brake. But safe structure, safe cage, car did its job. Shout out to NRG. Seats, belts, all kept me in tight. Well, I think that is a wrap. I didn't want to not talk about it. And as we put it back together, we'll definitely be covering that. But I think it's going to sit for a couple weeks. And one of the reasons I just haven't done too many videos over the past week is I've needed some rest time. Trying to let the injuries recover. Overall, very happy though. No broken bones. Nothing super damaging. Just like the car, I will be fine, and the car will be fine. So I think that is an official wrap on a little bit of a talk about the MX5. Maybe I'll cover my thoughts on the actual crash a little more in a different video, but I basically had some car issues and I just wasn't able to drive myself out of it. Kind of knew I was having some issues, but was driving around it throughout the day. Was doing my best to cope with the differential not working perfectly, but maybe in hindsight, haha, it would have been wise to maybe stop running and see what we could do to address the issue that was at hand. Although I don't know that we could have done much at the track, and my whole goal was to be competitive and run the event, and we were hoping that it would hang in there for a few more laps, as it always did. Just didn't this time, so a little bit of an ouch. Thanks for watching. Any questions, let me know. We'll be catching up on some stuff. We had to catch up on the hybrid. We had to catch up on the new 4-rotor FD project. And I guess I did make some work for myself here. So, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. I gotta go see what all the commotion's about. They're in the trailer. I couldn't even move this thing outside. So, I gotta get back to, I guess, helping.